What to do when a customer attempts to porch you. So first step is to realize why they might be trying to porch you, usually involving money. They got scared, they got nervous. Same reason someone would not go through with a blind date. What if? What if it goes bad? What if he's ugly? What if she's ugly? What if they, them, they, ow, who, what, where, ow is ugly. People change their minds. People get nervous. Most of them are based in fear. So when someone tries to porch you, it's important to realize that they are just most likely getting nervous. Could be nervous that they were raped as a girl. It could be that they were robbed by a stranger that's a color other than them. That's not just white, that's black. That's black people have fears about white people. Mexican people have fears about Chinese people. Going back to ancient tribes, every tribe looks at another one with a certain air of caution. Different than me is bad, so that's one. Maybe they're nervous to have you in their house. They realize, oh crap, I'm having a complete stranger in my house. That one's a smaller one than the money. The money's all most likely. Number two, though, is maybe a competitor came out yesterday. The competitor is now telling them, you can't afford it, it won't fit through my doorways, it won't this, it won't that. Don't let bad salesmen from our competitors ruin our party. We're America's favorite. Okay? So, but those are some backstories of why they might be canceling. Competitors scared them. They're scared of you, scared of what if, and then most common and a combination of all is also there. Could be all of this. But scared of the money. They're worried about the money. So, my life, I'm right now driving to have lunch with my daughter at school. It's her birthday. So today I have to, at her request, go buy a Costa Vida, which is about $30. Then I have to go to Tropical Smoothie, which I think was another $10 because you got to add tip and everything. Now you tip everybody for everything. Hello! Where's my tip? Anyway, now that we've got all of that out of the way, probably we'll get a text from my 19-year-old daughter, or soon to be 19, here in a couple weeks. Hey Dad, what about that purse, that Marc Jacobs purse? And then anyway, hand out. That's just me today as an example. And then of course, since we have 4 birthdays in April in my family, I'm probably going to get a call from Shayna today. Hey, what about money for cakes? And what about money because we're celebrating Easter a week late. What about all the food to feed all these people? Luckily, my parents are probably going to pay for most of that. But nonetheless, your customer, however, is doing the same thing. God forbid it was the transmission acted funny yesterday after they made the appointment. Maybe they look up at their roof and see a branch on their roof that wasn't there yesterday. Maybe their wife told them, hey, don't forget graduation's coming up. We've got to do graduation gifts for all 33 grandchildren. We don't know. So the old phrase, you got to know how John Brown buys, so you got to see the world through John Brown's eyes. Okay. So when you get to the door, remember their bathroom probably is still in bad shape, so you can't give up. You just have to, I've found that blaming oneself is a good one. So you get there, they try to porch you. Oh my gosh, you called to cancel. I probably did something wrong. Don't get mad at me. I probably screwed up. I didn't look at the system, or if I looked at it, I probably looked at it wrong. I apologize. Y'all were sitting here on a beautiful Friday morning, the sun's shining, and you're like, we canceled that appointment, sleep in a little extra, go to lunch early, and then the bath wizard guy shows up at your door, and you're like, ah! I apologize, guys. Please don't shoot the messenger. I apologize on behalf of me. I apologize on behalf of Bath Wizard if they screwed up. Long story short, you're going to look for the customer's reaction. The customer is going to do one of two things. If they've been raised with a moral code of don't let someone else take the blame for something you caused, which is what we try to teach our children, most of us do. So, but we've also been taught by our friends and family and our society that fibbing to salespeople isn't a real fib. Those are called white lies. Little white lies are okay. So, remember, when you get there, they got a little white lie. Oh, we called to cancel. Don't buy their story. Just realize it's a knee-jerk reaction. They forgot you were coming. They got nervous. And by the way, they might have called to cancel. Who cares? It's doubtful that their bathroom magically got fixed by itself. It was probably just a knee-jerk reaction. So, why am I saying you're going to look for the reaction to their little white lie and your reaction to taking the blame for it? Reason being is you're going to find out how they've been raised as a child. So if they see you taking the blame for something that they caused, a good person will say, no, it's probably not your fault. I mean, don't worry. And then they'll probably spout out something like, we just can't afford it, or something came up, or we changed our mind. Okay? So now you're going to agree with the customer. Sounds like you've gotten cold feet. Okay, you're going to throw out a lure. The customer will pick up on that. Yeah, we got cold feet. That's a trap. Okay. Sorry, Mrs. Jones, I'm teaching our sales reps how to set a trap to get you safe. Okay. You need to change your bathroom, so we got to trick you. Quit being so hard to sell to, and we don't have to trick you. So we're going to set the trap. It's not your fault. I mean, it's probably mine. Okay. Anyway, we just can't afford it. Then you set the trap. Sounds like you've pushed it. Point to the right, because the right's the future. Sounds like you're pushing this down the road. Yeah, we're pushing it down the road. Now they've stepped in our dog shit sales trap. No way to get the dog shit off now. They've stepped in it, because they're not going to keep. If they keep lying, it's going to get weird. So now they said, yep, we pushed it down the road. Okay, so did you push it down the road a year, 2 years, 6 months, 90 days? It's important to throw it way out there and then reel it back to 90 days. Usually they'll say, oh yeah, probably 90 days, because that's not today. And we're running just a little low on time, so I'm going to speed up the rest of this. But long story short, good. We're Bath Wizard. We're a custom manufacturer. Everything we do is not off the shelf. Everything we do takes time. So let me ask you this. Could you do me a great big favor? Could you allow me to take a couple pictures of your bathroom today? When I get back to the office, I'm going to upload them to the system. That way, if and when we touch base in, say, 90 days or 6 months, when we come back, it will speed up the process. It'll go much faster. So if you want to speed it up, we want to speed it up. So if I can take a peek at the bathroom, I'm going to take some pictures, shoot them up to corporate, and 60% of the time, that works every time. Thank you, Bath Wizard. Until next time.